Chris Cresswell. I sing and play guitar in a band from Canada called the Flatliners. You know, we don't usually do stuff like that. We've seen a lot of friends' bands do it, and we've known about the network for a long time, and it was cool to finally get to be afforded that opportunity. It's television, so there is definitely an air of awkwardness. Do you know what I mean? Just in the sense of like, all right, you're playing in front of people that are here, and some of them probably have no idea who your band is. Some definitely did, which was cool. Saw some folks singing along.
There's 8 cameras all on you.
Yeah, you know, just cameras everywhere. I felt the pressure, man. Like, we've been touring for years. Like, and we've been a band for 10 years, and we've played songs we've been playing every night on this tour. But I was still like, I better not fuck these lyrics up. You know what I mean? Like, this is TV, man. This is the big time. Yeah. It was just hard to breathe, so I just slowed that shit down. The first record was basically a culmination of songs at that point, meaning we were of the mindset of like, oh, we finally have enough songs to make an album, so let's make this album. So we basically wrote those songs between 14 and 16 years old, recorded it and released it when we were 16 years old. But then, then we started touring when we were 17 when we graduated high school, toured a lot, and then wrote and recorded our next record when we were probably 18, 19. So there was a lot of time that had passed between, you know, those 2 records being written at least. And those are also I feel very strongly about this, those are really formative years as far as like what you like musically or just in general, how your outlook on life and how you feel about certain things, your beliefs and this and that, especially if you're writing your own music. You know, like we kind of grew up on record, I suppose, in a way, right? Mm-hmm. So it's been weird. Like, I remember when The Great Awake, our second record, came out, and there wasn't much ska on it. Kids were fucking pissed, and we were like, "It's alright, man. Like, we just grew up a little bit. I'm not saying you have to be a kid to like ska. I'm just saying we like grew up a little bit and changed a little bit, you know. And our taste in music evolved, and our influences had kind of broadened, so to speak, you know. And yeah, like I still listen to Operation Ivy and the Suicide Machines and Rancid and like sort of Jelly Beans and shit all the time. Those bands are awesome. Like a lot of people accuse us for just like bailing on a genre of music. I'm like, man, you have to be so dramatic about it. Are you serious? It's music, dude. Like, take it easy. Yeah, and then just since then, I think we were able to kind of hone our craft a little more with the third record, Cavalcade, and we kind of just write music that we ourselves can enjoy. You know, because if you're not doing that, then I don't know why you'd be in a band anyways, right? We had just a bunch of friends we involved, like singing on it and stuff. We had like Nuno from Wilhelm Scream was a good buddy of ours. We had a bunch of bands from Toronto, like Cancer Bats, Junior Battles, Permanent Bastards, did like all the gang vocals and stuff with us. We had the guys from Dillinger 4 come in one day, which was awesome. We basically shredded them, bottle of Jameson, and a ride to the airport, because they were flying home to Minneapolis, to sing on our album. And they sang out a song, and it was so much fun. It was a really cool day. They played Toronto the night before, and we toured with them like a year or 2 before that. And it was like, we're big. I got a Dillinger 4 tattoo.
Patty's
you know? And they're all awesome dudes, you know. And we just hit it off, and that was one of the coolest days.
Yeah.
Like for that record, and it's just in life in general. Just like that was a cool accomplishment to like having. Just, you know what, having all those bands involved with that recording process was a big deal for us. Mm-hmm. The theme of the record is very much about like camaraderie and stuff like that, and it was really cool for us to be able to involve all of our friends in it, you know. Okay, the first band for me was Rancid. I saw, I don't know if it was Time Bomb or Ruby Soho, whichever was like the first single they put out for that record. I saw that video on Much Music in Canada like so many times, and the day that came out, I was 8 years old, and my mom drove me to the mall in Richmond Hill, Ontario, where I grew up, to buy that tape the day it came out. We tend to be kind of borderline lazy with it. Not like lazy in how we work on it, just like we like to give ourselves a lot of time and like let things organically grow, you know? It sounds like such hippie bullshit, but at the same time, we just like, you know, we just really want to make sure everything we put out is the best it can be. I know I realize it sounds like a cliche, but it's true. And we just we want in the end to be really proud of it, and we want us to be the proudest of that album being the newest album. You know what I mean? So we do have a lot of new songs. Hopefully we can record it this summer. That'd be cool. Just because the next few months are kind of like touring for a bit, home for a bit, touring for a bit, home for a bit, and those home for a bit stints aren't very long periods of time, so we wouldn't be able to really bang out a record that. Yeah. So. But before the end of the year, it'll definitely come out in some way, shape, or form. Get some songs on it, and it'll be us.